Good afternoon, passport holders. Today, October 12th, 2017, day 1077 of the vlogs, and last night's shift was rough on all fronts, and it was clear that I was not hiding it well. Um, Multiple people made comments about how tired I looked, and that it was pretty obvious that I wasn't feeling well. And the answer is, with no more PTO, I couldn't take any further time off and meet my financial commitments for the first of the month. So I survived the shift. A couple of coworkers decided to stick pretty close to the office, although not in it, if I needed a ride home. And I didn't take them up on it. They did get home safely, which was great. At that point, I had been up for something like 26 hours, which we know that when I do that, it has further dominoes that fall after the fact. And so the first one was, as soon as I got home, I got undressed and went directly to bed. I slept for 9 hours straight, guys. I woke up 4 times over that time period, but was up for no more than 10 minutes on every one of those wake ups. So really, it was a solid 9 hours. I don't feel any better. I do feel, I take that back. I feel better in the fact that I'm rested. I continue to sound weird. Food continues to taste weird. And, it's just not, something's not right. And so I'm trying to figure out, is it just, again, the psychological feeding into the physical? Is it the physical feeding into the psychological? Like, can I begin to take pieces off the table? And so that's why I'm literally forcing food down my throat now in order to just put in calories to see if that's the problem or a contributing problem in this situation of me not getting healthier as a result of all this sleep. Yeah. So this weekend is going to be super, super low key. Lots of couch time, lots of video game time, and quite frankly, just taking care of myself time. Because it's clear to me right now that I have to start making massive changes above and beyond trying to get out of this apartment. I have to start making massive changes in multiple areas of my life, my professional life, my personal life. Those things have to change in order to line up with where my values actually are, because it was one of the things that I was thinking about on the drive home to keep me awake, is the fact that I know I have only a handful of months with Ben here in town. It is one of my largest mistakes that I've made in accepting this nightside gig, where I didn't know what my schedule was going to be, and it's been shifted from what it was advertised at to what I actually got. And the fact that I seen Ben twice all summer. 4 month period since the start of this gig, I've seen him only a handful of times, 2 times that really kind of count in my book. And so that's a massive mistake. So I need to realign that side of things, right? And quite frankly, I need more financial resources to do the things that I need to, in order to make this all happen. I can't work a $15 an hour job after taxes, health insurance, costs, food, all that kind of stuff relating to doing that job, working at less than $10 an hour. I can't do that any longer. So it's just a matter of, do I hold out and hope that one of the 3 jobs that I've gone through multiple rounds of interviews with now comes back to me and says, hey, let's do this? Or do I jump first? And that's a scary prospect. But if it means my health and if it means hanging out with people that I want to in the closing months of this year, I might have to find a way to make it work. So that's what's on my mind. I've got a Yoga with Adriene video from Sunday that still hasn't been finished. I've got about 15 minutes left on that, so I'm going to do my final review on that. I'm then going to force more food down my throat in order to try my best to put in what should be enough calories, right? I should cross the 2,000 calorie mark today by the time the day is over. And so, yeah, that's where things are going to come down, guys. Today's going to be a slower vlog because I just don't have the energy for it. So I hope you guys are having a great Thursday as is being recorded, a great Friday if you're watching a day of release. Let's get today started. Nailed it on the quarter. 8:15 at this point, guys, which means it's time for me to get going. I am feeling slightly better as a result of that second meal. I definitely still am slow, though. I can feel it. I'm still stressed. Handled a couple of job interview scheduling emails just now. So that's all cleaned up. Should happen early next week. One of them is Wednesday, and I think the other one's going to be set. I gave them 2 times on Monday, 2 times on Tuesday, so hopefully they choose one of those. There's part of me that wants to slow down this process and let what I've already done continue to play out. I found out from the job interview that I was at last week, one of them up in North Scottsdale, that the reason why they haven't made any decisions is because the hiring manager has been out of the office all week for fall break, right? That's a thing that happens here in Arizona. Would have been awesome if they would have communicated that to me. So I may still be in the running for that one. The fires up in Northern California are probably slowing down the process relating to my friend's company. Sounds like there's some potential there for that to have affected them, which I am truly sorry for sending the email that I did this morning or last night whenever I sent it to her, saying, hey, like, just want to check in, see if there's anything more that I can answer for you. And then a couple other jobs that I reached back out to have not reached back out to me. I suspect I'll get something back tomorrow. It's an easy Friday email to send. So that's where we're at. That's what's going on. Continuing to just try and get through this next, effectively 10 hours. And if I can get through that, then I can get to my weekend, which will include a lot of sleep, a lot of chores, but mostly a chilled out weekend. And I really want to get there. So I will say thank you guys so much for your time and your attention. I appreciate them both. Let's get to my weekend. Let's get to a recovery zone. And ultimately, let's get hanging wins on the board because it's time. Bye for now.